My name is Samantha Romero, University 1301, and this is my Romero family history. 12 years after the 1680 Pueblo Revolt, also known as Pope's Rebellion, open and registered mines settled large haciendas and strengthened trade connections that existed between New Mexico and southern Chihuahua, especially with merchants in the southernmost village of Parral. Migrations into central Chihuahua transplanted the legacies of several old stock New Mexican families. Communities in Chihuahua are at the nexus of travel between Mesoamerica and the greater Southwest. Native American groups including Apache, Suma, Humano, Manso, Ancestral Pueblo traveled across to northern Chihuahua and El Paso and Lugna area prior to the arrival of the Spanish. Groups north and south were inevitably destined to encounter Spanish conquistadores and missionaries. Nuevo Casas Grandes, Chihuahua, is where my family history all started. The city was first discovered in 1870. Nuevo Casas Grandes got its name from another town about a mile away called Casas Grandes. A train station was built in that area and soon people migrated near it. Many of the region's inhabitants were of Native American ethnic groups closely related to those of the American Southwest. The area around Nuevo Casas Grandes is noted for its great historical and archaeological heritage. 5 miles southwest is the most important archaeological site in northern Mexico, the Casas Grandes or Paquime Archaeological Zone highlighted by the new Paquime Museum. My great-grandparents, Luis Saenz and Connie Sides, established themselves in the original Casas Grandes and later made their way to Nuevo Casas Grandes. They only had one child, which is my grandmother. She was born January 7, 1936. My grandmother was sent to Los Angeles to live with her aunt while her parents looked for work in Juarez. My great-grandpa found work as a meat cutter in both El Paso and Juarez from 1946 to 1957. Once he gained enough money, they came to El Paso to live. With my grandma living in Los Angeles for more than 10 years, she did not want to leave. World War II had opened many opportunities in California. The war lasted 6 years from 1939 to 1946 and caused the economic collapse the state suffered during the Great Depression. The war economy, as it did with much of the country, brought California back to financial renewal. My grandmother had gained a job with Sky Chef in 1953, a company that provided food for planes and the company American Airlines. My great-grandparents then decided to move back to Los Angeles to be with their daughter. My great-grandfather regained a job meat cutting. In 1960, my grandma and grandpa met and soon got married in 1962. Just a year later, they started a family, which came to be 5 kids, which my dad is the youngest. This is my father when he was just 12 years old. My grandpa then got a job as a truck driver to support his family. Just 5 years after my dad was born, my grandpa died of a heart attack. This forced my grandma and her parents to relocate back to El Paso, where it was much safer and cheaper to live. My grandmother then got a job in El Paso with the El Paso School District as a cafeteria worker. My dad and his siblings attended Crockett Elementary and then Austin High School. High school is where he met my mother now, and they eventually married and had kids. This here is my family. This is me and my brother when I was just 3 years old. We are 5 years apart. I am the first person in my family to attend college, and I picked UTEP.